Hello and welcome to the Her Sport official launch. We are delighted to be officially launching and also to welcome Lifestyle Sports as our first partner. We are joining forces to change the face of women's sport and to create a cultural change. I'm Niamh Tallon, the founder of Her Sport. I'm delighted to be joined by Amy O'Donoghue, Her Sport and Lifestyle Sport Ambassador, and Niamh Cullen, Lifestyle Sport Ambassador. We're here to chat all about the new partnership with Her Sport and Lifestyle Sports today.
Oh, I'm actually so excited to hear about this and to see these two organisations come together. So, Niamh, would you be able to tell us a little bit more about Her Sport and just why this has all been set up?
Yeah, so look, as you know yourself, it's all about creating visibility, giving girls and women a voice in sport. Like that's really why we founded Her Sport. 40.8% of participants in sport are women, but they get just 6% media coverage, which is completely disproportionate. So it's something that we really wanted to change to give women a voice in sport, to empower women and show them that there is a place for them in sport. It's from club to elite level, grassroots, like all across the board. We just really want to empower women in sport from all different sports. Like it doesn't just have to be whatever the mainstream sports might be considered, but anything. Like we've had people on that do luge, do ice skating, like loads of different things. Like there's so much out there for people. We're really just about creating as much opportunity as we can. You know, with this underrepresentation in media, that has a knock-on effect for female athletes. So we really want to help create more opportunities for female athletes and support them in their journey, and to be the best that they can be. So the support of Lifestyle Sports for us is huge for helping us achieve those goals, from visibility and people believing that they can participate in sport and staying in sport, and again, and just like that active lifestyle, anything from whatever sport it might be. You don't have to be competitive in it, just go out and find a team or an activity that you enjoy. So that's all what we're about. It's really exciting to have this new partnership. So Niamh, you've been working with Lifestyle for quite some time. So tell us a bit about the organisation and their support of women.
It's been amazing. I have been working with Lifestyle Sports now. We're going into our second year of a partnership, and it's just been wonderful. I remember signing up the first time, and I still have the whole pinch me moment. And what I love about Lifestyle the most, and why I was so happy to continue the partnership with them, is because they support women in all sport. And what I love about them especially is that their technology around the gear that they have in. And they put so much effort and education behind their products. So whether it be your running leggings to your running runners to the high supportive bras, and they really tell a story with everything that they put on social. Their values are all, inspirational, fearless, confidence, support, and they all interlink all together with what they put out on social media and as a brand, as their brand values too. So it's honestly just, they're the most wonderful brand to work for, and I'm so honored to be with them on their second year partnership now.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I think I totally echo some of the things that you're saying there in the attractive qualities and everything that they that they stand for, and everything completely aligns with Her Sport. So that's why we were so proud to get involved with them, and it sounds like you're really proud to be involved as well.
Yeah, and tell me, why did you want to work with Lifestyle Sports?
Yeah, so it again, it really is some of those things that you've mentioned. We've seen the different things that they've done in supporting women, and right from kind of teenagers up as into adulthood and everything. They're supporting people across the board. The fact that they work with athletes, it's a really positive thing, and depicting real women, real athletes. And I think that's something that we hold as a core value for us, because there's so much out there in kind of what women should look like, and women's place in society and everything. And they really are working with people from a range of different sports, from different backgrounds and stuff as well, that just gives a full picture and a realistic picture. And I know there's so much between media and everything that sometimes gives an unrealistic depiction of women and girls and stuff, which can be kind of a little bit harmful sometimes for young girls and stuff. And that's something that they're working with real athletes and real people, and that really does help with things around body image and realistic expectations and stuff. So that's something that we find really important. Was really excited to be working with an Irish company, and to be working with such a big company in Ireland in this. Yeah, it was just such a perfect partnership, and Yeah, as soon as I told Amy, she was like delighted. I was like, you never guess what we're like partnering with Lifestyle Sports, and it's just like it's such a like nice synergy and everything. And like obviously they share the mission of empowering women. And like the first conversation that I had with them was about like empowering women, and I was like, well, that's like our tagline. I was like, empowering women in sport, and you're talking all about empowerment and everything. So yeah, it's just matched up really, really nice. You know, we've been looking for people to support what we're doing and, you know, work with us on achieving our goals and looking for official partners. So yeah, absolutely thrilled to, you know, be working with Lifestyle and for them to be the first official partner that we've had. So yeah,
it's a dream partnership.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Yeah, really excited, and the team are great to work with, and there's like no shortage of ideas and like openness to trying new things and like what's the best way to, you know, achieve our goals and everything. So yeah, no, it's really good. But Amy, you were excited when we shared the news. So what does it mean to you to see the two organizations that you work with collaborating and working together for equality?
I was actually so excited because I feel like if you'd ask me like, okay, who would you put her sport with? Like the real main one I could ever think of is Lifestyle. You know, I think they just like align so well together. And even like one thing that I noticed about her sport was like you were making like minority sports visible. So like even through all like the takeovers and stuff, like I was learning about like sports people and sports that I just would never have known about. And like it's so interesting from the takeovers getting an insight into other people's sports and their lives. And I just love watching everyone's like stories and like how they got to where they are. And then what I also love about Lifestyle is how in recent years they've even started focusing more on athletes and gearing more towards like say for running, having the runners do the running stuff. And I think that also then that might help teenage girls or of any age, I suppose, like have like click into one of our pages and be like, oh, that's interesting, I kind of would like to try running. So I think when you like tie the two together, it's just brilliant because it brings the visibility. And even now, like because they've partnered, someone that follows Lifestyle might go into her sport and then have a look through all the athletes. So I think it's just like it's so good for the two of them to come together. And so I presume that there's been like loads of stuff going on. Can you give us any secrets, any behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah, so I mean, at the moment we are running a competition. It's like the official launch competition. So we've had shows through sport, and we've had so much like great entries and stuff already. Like people are getting really into it, which is brilliant. And so somebody can win 5 by €200 vouchers for you and a friend. So definitely something to enter and shows the different sports. And like I said, it's like we've seen people from all different backgrounds, all different sports, like tagging us and everything. And it's just like creating that real visibility and like so much that we are able to share and show people like, you know, just if you don't like football, like doesn't mean that, you know, cycling isn't for you. Like go and try something else. Like there's so much room out there, which is exactly what you're saying. Like in what we're trying to highlight, that there's so many options. We will be working on a couple of campaigns over the years. So creating some different content and that type of thing together. So really looking forward to doing that. And then just be like the two organizations like supporting each other, like working towards leveling the playing field for women. They're making a real effort to support women in sport, like we've all been saying for the past couple of minutes. And like one thing that like we find really important is literally that like that, you know, people that are runners are, you know, representing the running. And then in terms of like I know they've just recently introduced their boot room. So they're working with different people on, you know, highlighting the different products that they have there. And with the boot room, like we've heard so much about the struggles of women finding football boots and like different like boots and like attire that they need for their sports and stuff, whether it be football or rugby or whatever it might be. And they've made a big move in adding, you know, this to their range and an effort to really support female athletes. And so yeah, that's really exciting as well. But yeah, there are a couple of the things that we will be working on. We will reveal more when we can. But yeah, there'll be a couple more things coming up over the next few months. So it's exciting.
Amazing.
Niamh, health and fitness has been like a huge part of your life. So why are you so passionate about an active lifestyle?
Why am I so passionate? I think I'm one of the lucky ones that I've always been active as a child, and mum and dad were always great. Like I'd be running from an Irish dancing competition to a GAA match. Like I've always loved that active kind of lifestyle. However, over in recent years, there was times where, you know, I wasn't as active, and, you know, even like down to like my mental health, the one thing I'd always turn to is exercise, and exercise in a really positive way. So like, just, I think for me, you will always feel good when you go for a walk or go for a little run or go to a gym session. I never hear of anyone, coming away from doing a workout or, just being active, having a negative, opinion on it. So I think for me, with my following, the importance of encouraging girls and women to be active is such a massive thing for me. Just like, I don't mean that you need to go and do like a 6 a.m. gym session and lift 100 weights. It's not that. It's really just getting up and starting, your day off right, or doing something in your day that is active. And like, you will see the benefits from that with, the endorphins at a sky high. And I think as well, importance, even for me, I've recently over years, and I know this will probably come into your next question, Niamh, even with me, like lifting weights, like a lot of people who would follow me, and with all shapes and sizes, but a lot of girls that would be like a smaller frame and more petite, be like, I can't lift weights, I wouldn't be strong enough, I'm just going to gain all this muscle. And really, like, I'm trying to encourage them who are like a smaller petite size, being like, no, strength training is so important. You will become so much, better and feel better with strength training. You're not going to grow these muscly, all these big muscly muscles from strength training. It's so important for your pelvic floor, your posture, you're all, I think for women, strength training is so important at the moment. That's kind of what I'm trying to push and be passionate about. Not push it too much, but just to, share this. The lifestyle of strength training doesn't give you like loads of muscles. It's just like really overall good for your health, and especially for women.
Even with your following, Niamh, like that would help so many young girls, like seeing, okay, well, like Niamh lifts weights and she hasn't got these big massive muscles.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And I think that's what I try to, like, a lot of people, even like with Monday Club, there's guys like, oh, I don't know what, like, I'm afraid I'm going to get big legs, and oh, I don't know what's going to help me. I'm like, no, strength training is the most important type of training that you can do, along with, I love running as well, Amy, so I love running. I think it's amazing. But I think with that as well, everything, there's so much evidence base behind strength training and lifting weights and how important it is. So yeah, that's where I would be super passionate on. But just an active lifestyle doesn't mean that you have to be strength training. That's just one of the things that I've worked on over the years and seen the benefits from it. So I can now openly speak and say how amazing it is and how good it is for your body. However, I'm just super passionate that everyone is active in a way every day, and they'll feel the benefits for it always.
Yeah, we can hear the passion in your voice anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think like I sure we're going to talk about was like that society has changed like over the past like 50 years, like even 20 years in terms of women exercising and particular like in that strength training and participating in sport. And like there's so much whatever about like the benefits at the time, like there's so much benefit in being involved in sport and in lifting weights and stuff as well for like your future, because you're building up like a strong base. And as we get older, like I think it does go a little bit downhill, so you want to help yourself like as much as you possibly can, and and looking after your body and everything. And you were talking about the physical and mental health benefits, which are but there seems to be like a lot more encouragement and body positivity over the past few years, and girls and women encouraged to be strong and fit. Like I remember like when I was like younger and stuff, like I feel like the image in society of women has shifted to like a more positive image and like more open and everything. So from like what you are like involved in and everything, Niamh, like what have you seen like in a shift over the past couple of years?
I've seen a massive shift, even for me going in to do my personal training course there 2 years ago. I've always really been into sport, but never thought I would have been able to be a personal trainer. My idea of a personal trainer, and I think back like even like 10 to 20 years ago, when I'd see people even in my mum's gym, there was such an era or a generation of body building and lifting, and there were all these tanned muscly people. So for me, like, it's just changed so much, and it's encouraged me to like do my personal training course. I would have never have thought I would have been here. I was like, I knew I was a fit person, but me to be a personal trainer, I didn't think I'd ever be at that level where really you can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. So in terms of like it changing so much, even down to body positivity, like lifestyle sports, sharing all these gorgeous, curvy, beautiful, stunning models, lifting weights in the gym. The gym isn't just for the skinny girl, or the spin classes aren't just for the skinny girls. The heavy lifting isn't just for the men. Like there's just been such a great change. And I think it's only going to get better and better. And the likes of lifestyle sports with their amazing campaign at the moment, it's really just showing that there is such a shift, and exercise, lifting weights, any sort of, it's a lifestyle, and that's the thing for me. Like, it is a lifestyle choice, and whatever you want to do, you can do it. And yeah, sorry, rambled there.
No, that's perfect. No, it's really good. To hear all that. Amy, what has sport given you? Like, you've got so many different opportunities and had so many experiences. Like, how important is sport for you?
Oh, like, sport has given me so much. It's actually insane. Like, when you actually like just sit back and think about it, like, I suppose the first thing is like life lessons. Like, sport has taught me so many lessons that translate into all areas of life. Like, sometimes you can do everything that you can and you can prepare as best you can, and like, you will still fail, and like, there is nothing that you can do about that. And like, that happens in all areas of life as well. So I suppose, like, it's taught me failure. It's also taught me about success, and like, there's high highs and there's low lows, and you just have to like appreciate them both. It's just given me like so many friendships as well, and a lot of my best friends would be from running, and like, we all go through the highs and the lows together. And if someone's doing really well and then you're injured, like, that your time is also going to come. And I think it's really nice that way, and like, it teaches you a lot about patience. And it's like, sometimes you want something so bad, but like, it's just not your time, and you just have to like accept that. And that's definitely been a massive one for me in sport, like, just accepting, like, okay, because you can get so worked up and like seeing all your competitors like, doing this, doing that, and you're just like, no, like, wait for me. So like, but I'm always just so certain, and like, no, like, it's just not my time, and like, my time will come. And like, it's given me such amazing opportunities, like, even working with lifestyle sports, like, that's through my athletics background. And like, I've had some of the coolest experiences of my life. Like, I got to go to Switzerland with lifestyle, and even all the campaigns and stuff, and like, meeting the people in the campaigns, and the exposure it gives you, like, it's just incredible. And like, that's all through my sport. So yeah, it's been, oh my God, sports has just brought so much happiness to my life.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, between the opportunities that you've gotten, and like, I think it's brilliant to have like you both as ambassadors, and like, people that people can relate to and like really look up to, and everything is really positive. And then you're right, like, the life lessons, like, you can learn so much from sport, like, from that, failure and success, and teamwork and discipline and communication and everything. Like, there's just so much to be gotten from sport, which is amazing. What's your like advice for girls or women like on the brink of leaving sport? Because obviously this is something that we come across a lot, and I don't know how they could now after hearing you, your love for sport so much. But what would your advice be?
I think I'd say, like, if you're not enjoying the sport you're in, like, have a go and try a different one. Like, some people come into running so late in life, like, or way later than other people. Like, some people start as a child, but like, some people don't start running until they're in their late 20s or 30s, and then they find their passion for running. So, just because you might not be enjoying the sport that you're in, there are so many other sports that you should try, and you never know, like, one of them could be your passion, and you might just accidentally come across it. And also, like, bring your friends, if it's just a thing where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this by myself, or if you're going to the gym by yourself, like, bring your friends, because it's so much easier to do when you have someone to do it with you. I think as well, like, it's quite common for girls to go through rough patches in sport, and that can be really, really hard. And I think, unless you have a really good support system around you, it would be easier to just say, you know what, like, I don't want to do this. So like, what I would say is, just, I think in every sport and in every even career and stuff, like, there's always going to be rough patches, and sometimes they might last a lot longer than you'd hope. But what I always find with running is that, like, if I am going through one of those rough patches where like nothing seems to be working, and it's just like one setback after another, it's like, I always say, like, something really good is just around the corner. It's just about to happen. So I feel like if you look at life, like, often the really good things come after the really bad things. So like, I would say, if you are going through a rough patch, like, just ride it out, and just like keep faith, like, keep the faith, because I think that something good always comes from when you're going through a rough patch. I think as well, like, it's just so great, like, you develop such great friendships from sport. And like, even if you mightn't have that in the sport you're in now, like, it's definitely there if you just keep trying and keep kind of dipping your toes into different sports. Like, it's there, and I just think it brings so much happiness. So if you're not in a sport that you like, just try different ones, and eventually you will 100% find one that you do like.
Absolutely. I think the passion from you both in terms of sport and exercise is absolutely obvious. And so it's brilliant to get such feedback, and hopefully we encourage and inspire people to try something new or keep at what they're doing, and ride out that rough patch. Like it will be okay, and you'll probably get your next win coming soon, or you'll find something else that you enjoy doing. But thank you so much for joining us to have a chat about the partnership today. We're really excited, obviously, to be able to chat and to celebrate the partnership with Lifestyle Sports and to have our official launch. We're really excited to share it with everybody, and look forward to sharing some more in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Olivia Mahaffey. I am a professional golfer and a Her Sport Ambassador. I think now, we're really starting to talk a little bit more about equality in sport and, having the same opportunities for females. And, it's so exciting to be an ambassador for an organisation that is really pushing the boundaries and wanting to make a change. And it's something I'm so passionate about. And, growing up, I didn't have very many female role models in sports. So I really hope that I can be a great one, and, that the younger girls have somebody to look up to and they can really strive for that and think, I would love to do that, because, sport's given me so many opportunities, and I would love for the girls, coming up behind me to have the opportunities that I've been given through sports. So really pushing the boundaries and creating a change is a very exciting space that we're in right now. It is brilliant to see Lifestyle Sports really getting behind women's support and agreeing to this new partnership with Her Sport and really empowering women in sport. I think some very exciting things are going to come from this, and increasing the visibility is one of the most important factors, and with this new partnership I think that's really going to be possible.
It's so unfortunate to hear of so many young girls dropping out of sport, feeling like they don't have a place or that they don't belong. It's brilliant to have Her Sport and Lifestyle Sports organisations like this working together to help get the message across that women and girls belong in sport too, and also in promoting role models in sports, giving younger girls role models that they can aspire and look up to. It's fantastic, and it's definitely going to make huge strides in levelling the playing field.
I was so excited to hear that an organisation such as Lifestyle Sports were getting behind Her Sport and what they believe in. I think that this partnership is going to seriously improve the visibility of women within sport and put them on the world stage. It brings us one step closer to achieving equality within sport.
It's great to see the partnership between Lifestyle Sports and Her Sport. These two great organisations will not only make a huge impact in today's sporting world, but also live in a healthy lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Monika Dukarska, Irish Olympic rower and Her Sport Ambassador. It's great to see Lifestyle Sport coming on board and supporting Her Sport in the quest to empower women and girls and increase visibility of women's sport in Ireland.
It's amazing to see that Lifestyle Sports has partnered up with Her Sport. Even Her Sport's so empowering for women in sport and trying to encourage girls to get into sport, and then of course promoting women's sport, and to see such a big brand as Lifestyle Sports come on board with Her Sport, it's amazing. And I think it'll just encourage more and more girls to see that the faces of Irish women in sport around the country, that it'll just encourage more girls to get into sport and think there is a way to get in it, and it's not all about men's sport.
Hi everyone, my name's Phil Doyle and I'm one of the Irish Olympic rowers, soon to be, heading to Tokyo in 46 days in the men's double sculls, and I'm a Her Sport Ambassador. I wanted just to come on today and say that Lifestyle Sports has come on as an official sponsor of Her Sport, which is an amazing movement about bringing gender equality and visibility to women in sport. And I think one of the main obstacles to that is visibility, commercial opportunity, and money in the sport to bring up grassroots, to bring big talent and to keep people in the sport for longer, because it's the same with us as rowers. If you can get funding and make it sustainable, then you're going to keep better talent in the sport and you're going to grow, whether it's male or female. With a huge sponsor like Lifestyle Sports, a great Irish brand, coming on board, that'll help a little bit with bringing the visibility out there for females in sport. I hope everyone has a lovely day, and thanks for tuning in.